Ambassador, we expect that a new coalition government is going to be formed in Germany until Easter. How is the new government going to deal with the Euroscepticism in Germany and in Europe in general? Didn't the austerity policy in Europe play a role in that? And the fact that Europeans feel important decisions are made by institutions that lack democratic legitimacy, such as the Eurogroup?
First of all, I hope we'll have a new German government in the next weeks. We still need the SPD to decide on that. But if this should work out, then if you look into the coalition treaty, which has been negotiated by the three parties, then you will see that Europe and the strengthening of Europe has a very important place. It is the first chapter in the treaty, and it is very pro-European. It contains a clear commitment to more Europe, not necessarily quantity-wise, but quality-wise. So I think you will see a German government which is committed to the European values and which wants to bring Europe forward to the benefit of the people. That means further strengthening solidarity in Europe, combined always with responsibility. It means taking a closer look at what we can do for better social protection in Europe, reducing unemployment of younger people to show them that Europe is not against them, but quite the contrary. And it also contains a passage, this coalition treaty, in which the government says that it wants to develop the European monetary system into a European monetary fund under parliamentarian control. So this answers your question about democratic legitimacy. I think this will be a complicated negotiation ahead of us, but it's one I think everybody is determined to begin, and you can be assured that my country will do this in a pro-European spirit.
Now, EU has to deal with its own internal problems, but still many countries in the region want to join the Union. Former Yugoslavian Republic of Macedonia is one of them. Is that possible, though, if former Yugoslavian Republic of Macedonia does not change its constitution, which refers to Macedonian nationality and to Macedonians that live in neighboring countries?
First of all, I think both sides, Skopje and the government here in Greece, deserve praise and acknowledgement for their willingness to reach an agreement to this long-standing conflict. They have come a long way. I think probably it seems to me that the parties are as close as ever to finding an agreement. And now I hope that in the coming weeks and months, the last open questions can be solved. The Greek government has made it very clear that for them, change in the constitution within the process of normalization is very important. I think that this is a message which the interlocutors in Skopje have heard. Now it's up to the parties to find the last compromise. This cannot be done in Brussels and surely not in Berlin. But we will do whatever we can to encourage both sides and help wherever we can. 2 weeks ago, Prime Minister Zaev was in Berlin, received by Chancellor Merkel, and our message was go ahead. It's good to find a solution. All sides stand to gain. It's quite obvious how FYROM would gain by acceding to the opening of EU membership process and NATO. But I would like to emphasize that it is my conviction that also Greece stands to gain. Greece is the biggest country here. It is the gateway to the Balkans. It is the natural center of this region. So normalizing the relationships with its neighbors, Albania and Fyrom, this would open also a sphere of economic exchange, which would be to the benefit of the most developed country in the region, which is Greece. That's why I feel that the policy undertaken by the government is a very statesmanlike one, a very positive one, and we keep our fingers crossed that now the last open questions can be dealt with in a spirit of compromise.